Norrköping.
First 20k, first climb. It's a hard one for the first day. First camping spot for the night.
The months before the trip were really stressful for us. We spent a lot of time indoors studying for exams, as well as preparing for this adventure as well. So the feeling of being surrounded by quietness and serenity seemed a little surreal at first. But after 19.5 hours on the bus, we couldn't have asked for anything better than being by ourselves and out in nature. We didn't know what was coming for us the next weeks, but we felt ready to take on the world. Nothing we had done before would compare to the journey we were taking on. More than 1,200 kilometers through the Swedish wilderness, 2 bikes with 50+ kilograms of equipment, and 2 adventurers with a love for the outdoors.
Some protein before the ride. Had to go back. We forgot the wash line.
My bad.
It's okay. Justifies this really nice snack.
We're pretty much halfway through the first day. It was around 29 degrees, which is really hot for the area. It's probably one of the hottest days of the whole trip. Right on day one, kind of took us down for a bit. We were pretty low and exhausted. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So we're like 35 to 40 Ks ahead of us. We'll see if we make that or just stop somewhere else. That's a sweet barn. What a day it has been. We were on the road when it was like 28 degrees and we were in the blazing hot sun. No cover for a while. We didn't prepare for this, but yeah, we still pushed for another 30k and we are on the way to a very nice camp spot. I've walked down this path for quite a bit, longer than expected. Everything feels a little longer when walking, but it's quite a nice campsite for the night. Quite a nice little hike on the search for the camp spot. Got surprised by a big ass rabbit. Popped off too fast for me to get the camera though. This is a nice forest ecosystem. Look who's coming to join to search for a camp spot. The calm before the storm. Apparently it's supposed to storm tonight. We're setting up our tarp to stay dry for sure. And have a dry dinner. Looking cozy. Tell us what we're having tonight.
Pasta.
With what?
Pesto. I'm really looking forward to it.
And we don't feel like cooking.
Had our first storm last night. A hailstorm actually, but stayed dry and safe under this. It was a bit scary for 2 hours. We woke up during the night, but it stopped now, so we can get going.
Stop cutting down trees, people. It's the second day. Perfect riding conditions compared to yesterday. Nice climbs, nice descents, nothing too straight. It's just incredible. So fun to ride. So it should be somewhere behind me, but I'm just waiting to drink some water. That looks promising. This is the village of Katala. No road attached to it, just gravel. And looks like there's a climb ahead of us. This is the Valley of Death. Wherever there's nice forest, there's gonna be humans chopping it down in no time. Look at this mass destruction. So we are still on our way from Finspång to Örebro. The landscape for the last 20k has been dominated by large-scale agriculture. This is a little bit more sad to see, but unfortunately we humans also have to eat. Bikepacking always involves quite a bit of pushing because these gravel roads can be intense. This doesn't look as steep on the camera probably, but it sucks. That's where we came from, and that's where we're going. First little downer. Soph isn't feeling too well. It's a rough day with quite a couple of climbs. Yesterday she did get a lot of sun, more than she's used to. Let's hope she's better in like 15 minutes. We wanted to actually go to Örebro today, which is like another 35 kilometers from here. Considering the situation, we're now going to set up camp 10-15 minutes away from here, just so she can rest. Soph is back on the bike, feeling better. Now we're on our way to the camp spot. Won't be a long ride though. So how are you feeling now, Queen?
A lot better.
We rode for like 15-20 minutes from that very special restaurant we just went to, and yeah, this is the spot for the night. What a start to the day we've had. Beautiful camp by a swamp, not too many mosquitoes. Now we ended up on this beautiful forest trail. We made it like 500 meters from the camp because we found this. This is just fields upon fields of blueberries and cranberries. Look at those chunky blueberries. Gonna have them in a porridge tomorrow. Just for a snack on the way. So much better than store-bought. After a 20-minute berry picking stop, we are now on our way to Örebro. It's another 25 kilometers before we're going into the wild. Can't wait for that. We're gonna do one last stop at the supermarket, get some supplies, and then we're out in the wild. "10 kilometers to Örebro, but this has been a struggle so far. We are facing strong headwinds, which make everything just twice as painful for the legs. Descent suck, uphill sucks even more. Ain't that much fun, but we're just hoping for the wind to turn. Rest in peace, little friend. Ouch. We are supposed to ride on this gravel right now, because there's no space on the road. So stupid. Riding into Örebro now. We didn't have a proper breakfast yet. Gonna go to a cafe and have one of those shrimp sandwiches again. So we are now in Örebro. Pretty much in the center of Örebro. It's pretty nice. Last 25k were kind of ass, but we found a pretty nice place. We might have some lunch now. So we are now on our way out of Örebro. We got some last supplies. We want to make sure we have enough for the next couple of days. Yeah, we'll keep you posted. That was Örebro. So this looks more like it. We just left Örebro and now we're back in the forest. Feels amazing after all those long rides through cultivated lands. We're now back in the forest and it just feels amazing. Recharging on protein bars before the biggest climb of the trip so far. We just found this beautiful trail through the woods on our way to Norra. It's a very big contrast to what we started our day with. On a climb up here, I found a little trail which I decided to just walk, and let's see what we find. I just didn't feel like climbing up that road anymore. Friendly reminder to just walk random trails sometimes. You never know where you're gonna end up. Quite a nice spot. One thing I forgot to add, if you're taking a random trail in the woods, always take the trail back. I am in the sticks. So we've been busy fighting this climb for the last probably hour. How's it going, Soph?
It burns.
It's been a tough one. After 8 kilometers of climbing, this feels like absolute heaven right now. And it's already 6 o'clock, so we're probably just gonna go and stay up here in the mountains and set up camp. So the bikes are locked. We have actually managed to find a camp spot up here, which isn't too shabby. It's actually pretty nice. Can't imagine how rewarding this is. Finally here. So setting up the tent up there while I'm carrying our stuff to our dining area. Gonna try and catch a fish. Yo, Soph, what you up to?
Hey, putting up our place to sleep right here. That's gonna be our view in the morning. Beautiful.
Soph just knocked down the pan with the zucchini. We attempted to clean most of them. It delayed the cooking process.
Just enjoying some dinner with this view. It's absolutely breathtaking.
Now that we've been on the road for a few days, our bodies have started adapting more and more to the outdoors. We were living by the sun, sourcing our water from lakes, streams and rivers, and foraging for berries and mushrooms. Seeing an elk calf and its mum in the wild, as well as hearing wolves for the first time, already made this trip worth the weeks of preparation. And we were just at the beginning of our adventure.
Today we left a little later than usual because we had to wash our stuff. Now we have to cross this.
Oh my god.
One down, 5 more to go. Let's get it. Struggles of bikepacking. We were both busy doing stuff and almost not noticing. Cannot believe how beautiful this is. So today we are attempting the longest ride of the trip so far. So we are on our way out of Hällefors. We had a wonderful lunch. Now we're going straight into the wilderness. We did some last shopping. Where we're going right now, there won't be a supermarket within the next probably 100 to 120k. Exciting. This is what we dreamt of when we started this journey. We went down a private road, and as soon as we got on the property, there was a huge white puppet crucified to a wooden cross. And then towards the end of the road, towards the end of the property, we encountered some Americans which asked us to leave the property immediately. And they wouldn't leave us out of sight. Like, they would walk 2 centimeters next to us and tell us to either turn around or leave right now. And they opened the other gate for us. So yeah, we're pretty sure that was a sect which we just crossed through. That was a moment of shock, but nothing happened. Now we're back with nature. People are creepy. Where do we end up here? So we've been going along this road for the last, I would say, 40 minutes. There has not been a single car, and it's just kilometers over kilometers of boreal forests. That's what we came for. Sometimes you have to accept defeat. We thought we might have some lake access here, but sadly we did not. So we have to go all the way back, and it's kind of getting late. I'll tune back in when we're at camp. See you later. How many Ks did we do today?
70.
After an exhilarating start to the trip, we slowly started feeling first signs of exhaustion. Out here, any wrong step or lack of concentration could result in you ending up in the hospital or worse.
We just had our first accident of the trip. It's worse than you can imagine.